Hi. So what are some proper techniques for basic stretches and warm-ups?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because a lot of times people come to us and they don't know these things, and this is part of the learning process for them. One of the first things we address is posture, because we have a lot of people who walk like this with slumped and rounded shoulders, young and old alike, because they're over computer screens or sinks or whatever they're doing. So a lot of the population has rounded shoulders. So one of the things that we address first is proper posture. And so I'm a personal trainer and a registered dietitian. I'm the fitness coordinator here. So there are a lot of basic principles I go through with people so that they can be safe and effective. And the purpose of proper posture is to be safe, get the most out of the exercises, and basically to help you learn how to move biomechanically in a correct fashion, because that's the way we're meant to move and so forth. So I'm going to exaggerate posture, bad posture. Some of the cues I use are, here's your sternum or your breastbone, sternum up. What that does, it lifts the shoulders over the hips, over the feet, rather than shoulders back, which keeps the head very far forward. So sternum up, like there's a little hook there and fishing line drawing you up to the ceiling. Shoulders up, around, drawn, down and back, with a little bit of tension between the shoulder blades. If you stand here, Joe, these shoulder blades are big triangular bones. You should draw those back towards the spine, keep a little bit of constant tension there. See how it broadens and opens the chest, so we keep a nice flat back, getting rid of that rounded back. So sternum up, shoulders up, around, down, and back, keep a little tension between the shoulder blades. We keep our abdominal muscles in and brace, which simply means draw the belly button back and keep a little bit of tension in those muscles to keep the low back safe. We're engaging our core. We never lock joints, so knees are soft. This is a biggie, especially for girls. Young girls, they tend to lock their knees, and it changes the pelvis and so forth. So soft knees, we never lock joints. If I'm standing, it's basically a hip width stance with feet parallel. So feet hip width and parallel, knees soft, abs in and brace, shoulders up, around, and down and back, sternum up. Chin is level, not tipped up or down. Now I'm ready for action. So posture matters. So we take our good posture to no matter what we do. So even if you go on an elliptical or you're moving this way, knees track in line with the feet. They don't bow out, they don't bow in. These are big things, because for a warm-up, which you asked about, a warm-up is a really important part of a workout. And sometimes people skip the workout, and it's a cause of injuries, because we need to ease into exercise and we need to come out of that exercise too. So easing into exercise means that you start gradually. And that can either be getting on any kind of piece of cardio equipment. It might be a treadmill or elliptical or a bike. It could be simply walking. We have lots of different pieces of cardio equipment that can be used for a warm-up, for active cardio work, and a cool-down. So the point of that warm-up is to ease into that exercise and increase circulation, start to bring up body temperature, which basically there are about 40 things physiologically that get you ready for exercise. So warm-up should take 5 to 10 minutes, no shorter than 5 minutes, somewhere in that range for those things to happen. You're going to end up feeling mentally and physically ready for the activity. It's going to be safer, you're going to be more comfortable, bigger range of motion, freedom of movement, you'll get more out of it, and you're already aiding your recovery. You could also do large body movements as part of a warm-up that can simulate all the major muscle groups that you're going to use. This is also called dynamic stretching. Dynamic means you're moving. So before working out, we do dynamic stretches, not held stretches, which are called static stretches, and those are done post-workout. So before large body movements or dynamic stretching in combination with cardio equipment, great things to do for a warm-up, 5 to 10 minutes. And then you can move into the rest of your workout, which could be a combination of strength training, cardio work, and then you move into cool down and some stretching at the end, very important. That cool down is just as important too. We don't abruptly stop exercise, we ease out of it. It's very similar to the warm-up in terms of intensity. It's mild, it feels good, kind of like window shopping in a sense, that kind of pace. And then stretching at the end, because then the muscles, we can re-lengthen them. The point is to become a gymnast, but muscles they tighten up if we don't spend some time doing some flexibility work. And so post-workout, when you're the warmest and you're the most pliable, that's the best time to stretch. It's the safest time to stretch. And those would be held stretches. They could be anything from interlacing those fingertips, drawing those arms out, drawing the elbows together to lengthen the arms. When you do a held stretch or a static stretch post-workout, you ease into it to get to the point of gentle tension where it feels good, and you hang out there for about 30 to 40 seconds. And then after that time, you'll feel your body give way a little bit, and you go at least to that point, that release point, or we do what we call working the stretch. You go a little bit beyond to that next point of gentle tension, stay there until it releases again. What you want to do is just feel, everything about the stretching should feel very comfortable.